Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cool, and this is EverQuest Project 1999, and we're on the green server. Dark Elf Necromancer, level 54 at this point, and right now I'm 57 in real time, but here I was 54. With Ornt the Mage, he was level 50, 51, 52, 53, something like that. And we're back. This is part 2 of Lower Guck, part 2. If you can see that right there, I'm pretty sure you can. And we're going to get this started up. This is where we left off. So in part 1, we came into Lower Guck. We made our way through a lot of camps. We went through the bedroom. We went through the Ritualist. We went through Assassin Supplier, the Savant, Executioner, Cavalier. Now we're in the safe hall. So going forward, this is the safe hallway, and we're beyond that after I hit play here. So let's get going and watch this. Had to pull it out of the corrupted video, so it's getting harder and harder because I have to watch it further in and further in. I can't just pause it and leave it there. It makes me rewatch it, and I can't fast forward. I can't put it on any extra speed or anything. Like, there's nothing I can do. It was recorded months ago. I know how to do it now, but it just is what it is, or else this footage is lost forever. This is the only way I can do it. So I started past the safe hall, and this wizard decided to jump me. And yeah, watch out for wizards. They hit really hard down here. Everything's undead from this point on, I'm pretty sure. And we have these jail cells, like, right after the safe hallway, which is... You jump down from the Ritualist Gargoyle area after the bedroom and the vampires and the skeletons. You jump down, you go right to the safe hall, and we're right after that. So these frogs in the cages, I don't think they ever aggro unless you specifically, like, target them and get it. I don't even know if you can fight them or not. But I don't think they aggro at all, so I was just pulling the frog that I saw there with a Banish Undead, and I got a few. So we got like 3, down to 60% health. I think I got hit by a wizard, now I'm getting hit by a knight. But I'm rooting, it's okay. That's why it's pretty fun down here. I got to do a little crowd control, I got to do some damage, I was using my pet. It was a lot of fun. And plus I have a good partner with me with an awesome pet. And doing his thing too. And we're trying to take out this wizard. At least I am. I know I am for sure. Got my pet on it. Hitting it with some Banish Undead. Some whatchamacallit? Deflux. Sorry. Just 8, and I got gum, so apologize. Couple sins of recording probably. But I want to get this video out. I got it. I want to get it out. Now we have a Dargul Knight. I don't know, like, the progression of what's the toughest between, like, a Wan or a Dar or a Core or whatever. Not sure. But, definitely a Dar is pretty deep in there. I think a Wan is closer to the top, and then a Dar is further. Core also, you don't see it till deeper, I don't think. But I think a Wan isn't that bad, but Dar is... I don't know. Somebody probably knows in the comments which ones are the tougher ones. But yeah, we were talking about this the other day, and like we want to go back here. We want to go back down here. I want to mess with Frenzy or something worth a lot of big bucks, so I can buy my Spectre pet at level 59. I think it's 59, 59, 58, something like that. You get a Spectre pet as a Necro, and it costs, if you buy it from a person, it costs like 20,000 plat. Like, how am I going to get that much? I would have to farm... I would have to farm Captain Silverwind for like a month to get that. It says, haha, just don't gate and leave me here. Right? That's happened a few times with us duoing. I think in Kazakh Duel I feigned death. But before that, in the Gina... He had run off and got himself into trouble. I went to help him, and then I died. So we've done it. We've both kind of got each other killed here and there, but not on purpose, obviously, by accident. Me more than him. honestly. I've gotten him killed more often than he's gotten me killed. He's probably only done it like once, and I've done it like, I could think of, it was a Kazakh duel. Najina was kind of weird. I think I feigned death there. And, but he's also gated out a couple times too. We've both done it. So, we've done it about the same amount now that I think about it, because I remember something happened with the Assassin Supplier Camp where I was the only one there when the Thick Banded belt dropped. And then you'll see later on that it kind of happens again where I'm the only one left and fighting something by myself just by a very accidental situation that just I've done before too. So, I've done it, he's done it, we've both done it about the same amount of times. Stuff happens. You accidentally hit gate. You hit feign death at a bad time. Sometimes when I'm trying to feign death, I'm trying to clear the aggro so it doesn't come to the group, whatever it may be. But usually I do it too late, and it's already going to come no matter what. Then it looks like I'm just trying to lay there and survive and let everybody else die. But it's not the case. Like, the whole reason I'm feigning death is to try to get rid of the aggro and hope that it does not come kill us. But it almost never works. Unless it's just me, and I'm the only one that gets the aggro, not my pet. I'm far from the group, and then I feign death. But if I, bring it back to the group and then feign death, and my pet's already hitting it and stuff, then it just doesn't work like that, so. My thought here was to pool, we didn't know. We don't know what's up ahead. We're looking at the map, but we're not quite sure which way to go, what we're going to be dealing with. So I would pool back to the safe hall, was the thought here. At least for the time being. For the first, 5 to 10 frogs, we were going to pull them to the safe hallway. Me pulling, feign deathing if I get in huge trouble, hopefully before I pull it back to the safe hall. But yeah, that was the idea, at least in my head. I was just like, stay here. I'll scout ahead. I got Invis versus Undead. I got feign death. I got rest the dead. I could charm if I had to, even though I don't think I have it up right now. But I could rest the dead. I could feign death. I could do all that stuff. But yeah, the other thing we were worried about is there's false floors. There's false floors down here, so be careful. They're not right here. You actually have to progress in further. If you see that wall up ahead, past the blue little pool of water there, past that, down that hallway, straight ahead where that cross is on that wall up ahead, like right about here. It's past that. It's around the corner, up ahead a little bit, and then there's a false floor. So you don't have to worry about it until you're going around this corner at least. Excuse me. But yeah, these frogs never gave me any trouble here, so I think they're green anyway, no big deal. But I was kind of making sure nothing was in either one of these little cubbies. Then here we go. I'm still worried about these false floors. I'm not sure, is it here? Is it the blood stains, or what am I supposed to be looking for the false floors? Because I know it's something you don't want to be falling into. Here I was trying to get a target on one of them. I think, now that I've been thinking about it, I think I can rest the dead without being in their view, but I didn't know that at the time. So I thought I had to get into... So I'm pretty risky here with this pull or whatever I'm doing. I'm trying to target over my own shoulder. I need to be in first person. There we go. Rest the dead. I don't even think I need to be in view of him. I think once I target it, I can get out of view and then rest the dead. Is that true? Not sure. But now I'm going to try to root one of them because there's going to be two. I'm like, might as well just pull this wizard. And he didn't even come until I got way out there. And then my pet, I should have had him guarding instead of... I think if I get attacked, he comes no matter what, but... It is what it is. I think at this point we had decided we were going to go to the Arch Magus if we can. Somebody had already called Frenzy. The second best camp would probably be the Arch Magus, right? Down here if somebody's doing Frenzy. So I think that's where we're headed, to Arch Magus, which drops the Shining Metallic Robe. Which, if you know anything about me right now and current time, then you got spoiler alert. This was about 2 to 3 hours into our day. We were doing pretty well up to this point so far. We were crawling through the dungeon. We had seen a bunch of camps. We hadn't really run into any trouble. We successfully defeated like 4 to 5 frogs at a time. But we know it's getting harder. They're getting bluer. They're getting more powerful. But we're still kind of ripping through them, getting one at a time nicely. And that feels good. I don't care what you say about if you're an enchanter or a monk or some sort of pooler. It's always fun to have a nice pool, like a nice single pool. However you're doing it. I've done it as a warrior, a little bit as a monk, an enchanter, and that's what I've always done. I've been like a pooler. That's pretty much me. My EverQuest career has always been like a pooler. You probably don't think that, oh, he's the best pooler ever. He's a necro. Why is he talking? Yeah, but I was a troll warrior. I remember pulling Karnor's Castle. I was an enchanter. I only made it to like level 50, but it's the same thing with like crowd control, kind of. If your pooler pulls like 5 of them to you, and you can lock down 4 of them, that way they can concentrate on one, it just feels really good. And I know some people think that's boring to be, that's the only thing you're doing is like mesmerizing or whatever, and handing out clarity, but it's really fun. It's a real fun part of the game. Two parts of the game that people just don't really think about. Most people are thinking, I want to do a bunch of damage, or I want to be the big bad tank, or, I want to be backstabbing or blasting with doing karate kicks and cutting people's heads off. But there's other cool parts about the game, like pooling and crowd control, that are very satisfying. I don't know if I'd include healing in there with that, but some people do get some satisfaction out of healing. The group couldn't do its thing if it wasn't for their healer. So I bet you some people get the same kind of feeling from healing really well. Like 5 mobs come to your group, you lock down 4 of them with mesmerize. They kill one. You tell them which one to get next. They get it. You still got the other 3 locked down. They kill it. They get the next one. You still got 2 of them locked down. Your mana's running out. You're trying this and that. Maybe you charm something. Maybe, it's really fun. Because you are in charge of whether or not that group survives or not. Same thing with pooling, like running deep into Karnor's Castle, pulling something amazing that's like a named, but you get like 5 things too, and then you feign death or something, and it's like you pick the one you want, and you get 1. You bring back 1 to the group. Or you're this crazy warrior that's just pulling and pulling and pulling and chain pulling. Like, there's many ways it's satisfying to be a pooler or a crowd control. And even lump in like healing. Healing's almost always boring no matter what you say. And I probably wouldn't argue if somebody said healing is boring, but I had a 60 priest on WoW, so you can't tell me nothing. Who you telling, basically? I've done it all almost, like, as far as those things that I'm talking about at the moment. 60 Troll Warrior, 50 Enchanter, 60 Dwarf Priest, what else, a Necro right now. I've been a Monk too, not a very high level one. I think I was like 40 or something, but it's fun. I've been a tank. Never like the main tank in a raid or anything, but I've been like a off tank in a raid. I've been not the main healer, but a very needed healer when I was on WoW because I was a dwarf and they needed my fear ward really bad. But here I was worried about these phosphors. And I was like pretty sure it wasn't right there because there's like nothing you can do to avoid that one, so I don't know. I think I'm telling them to move up. And as you saw in the chat there, maybe, it's a 28-minute spawn down here, so sometimes people park here all day and just do a named like Frenzy. And they're only killing 2 every hour, and if you only do the PH and like whatever else you have to in that room, you may only be killing like 2 or 3 things every, or 2 or 3 things every 30 minutes. Which is what we were hoping to end up doing. Haven't fast-forwarded much so far because I've been talking so much, but hey, we're creeping towards the camps back here. Did you see back to the left over there? I don't know what's that way. Like the first left after the safe hall. Like if you, the room with the little blue puddle in it, if you go to the left there, I don't know what's that way. I think it's the, the eye? What's that thing called? The, evil eye? Is that right? Is that where that thing is, that drops the bag and everything? That might be the case. Because I think some people, when they do Arch Magus, they also try to grab The evil eye also. Or the reanimated hand, whatever it's called. There's something down here. I think it's the hand. But, there's another little camp down here that you could also get. I think Frenzy's this way. You have to go pretty deep in and past the Arch Magus, but I think it's down here somewhere. Maybe the King. Also down here. So, this is the main spot. This is the deepest part of Lower Guck. But yeah, still worried about those false floors. Worried about pets. What if our pets fall on the floor? What if we figure it out and then our pet falls down? Like, that could still be a disaster. We've had stuff like that happen before. Not sure what would be under there. Yeah, that's true. I don't know either. I mean, I do know. But here we go. Look, I fell. So we were just testing it out to see if this was the false floor or not, and it was. So now I'm falling slowly with Dead Man floating. And he's laughing at me. I would laugh too. So I'm like, well, I'll just get Invis vs. Undead and find my way back to you. My pet might die. First I feign death just to make sure I don't have any kind of aggro on me. While, you know, I kind of panic a little bit, but he did say a Dargul Knight's right there, so I'm like, oh, I better feign death just in case. And then, I'm like, well, I should just get up maybe Invis vs. Undead if I don't have anything on me. Met some more cool people over the last few days. Who's Stabio? Stabio, pretty cool person. Talked to him for a little bit. He's a new rogue over in Calethan, where I'm doing Captain Silverwind. Been talking to him. Quad Glacier, talked to him for a minute about some camps. He's like a 54 mage, so I was telling him about the 2-minute spawn camp, and we were talking about Nizzle and like Felwith guards and just how trashy the community is sometimes. The same dude, remember in that one Calethan video, the guy shouted out OOC that, you know, I need to quit bitching so much on my videos or whatever. That guy kept bugging me and pestering me, and he's in my guild. So I told the guild leader, like, this guy has been bugging me for no reason. Like, I've never spoke with him. I don't know who he is. Never sent him one message. Never did an OOC towards him or anything. And he keeps saying things and saying things and saying things 3 or 4 times out of nowhere. So I screenshot like 2 or 3 of them and send them to the guild leader. And I guess the guild leader ended up saying something to him, and then the dude left the guild. And then he still kept sending, he sent me another tell, just telling me to, like, something dumb, like a dumb, they're insults, but they're like tame insults, because he knows, he probably thinks I'm going to, like, get him banned or something, or report him to the GMs, so he doesn't say anything too crazy. It's just, like, borderline stuff. Enough to, like, the guild leader to tell you to stop doing it, but not enough to, like, get banned or anything. It's like, why, dude? Why are you gonna... Why are you logging onto the game and thinking about me? Why? I fell again. Holy crap. I'm just trying to figure out where it is. Plus I have Invis vs. Undead on, so no big deal. I'm just trying to figure out which square exactly is it. Alright. So I think it's the bloody squares, right? Nope, I fell again. It's the square between the bloody squares. It's funny that I fell that many times. I didn't remember that. Probably thought I'd cut that one out. But nah, I don't really do that. So yeah, it's just that middle square in between the 2 bloody squares. That's the one you don't want to step on. There might be more of them, so don't go off of that and think that you're safe. But that's the first one, I'm pretty sure. First false floor. And it can cause some havoc if you accidentally fall down there at the wrong time. Heading to the left, I think that's where you climb up if you fall. I think this way, I think that way is the reanimated hand. Maybe. There's some stairs up ahead. I think that is towards like Frenzy and King and everything, that way. I remember pulling it as my warrior back in the day. But yeah, we are about to be in the spot, in the Arch Magus area. Getting very close. Yeah, still just slowly grinding away on Captain Silverwind right now in real time. Nothing very, can't really show you much as far as real time footage. So that's good that I have all of this. 8 hours, almost. It's really 12 hours of footage. Like the corrupted footage is the first 8 hours. So once we slog our way through that, we can get to the other stuff. But we were kind of deciding, are we gonna go? Which way's the way? We're gonna go towards those stairs, or where are we going here? Casting Lich. Get some mana back. Somehow I lost 40% mana just because I haven't been sitting, you know. Been running around, falling down, casting Invis versus Undead and Feign Death and stuff, and not meditating, so that's probably why I'm missing mana. Not anything having to do with fighting, but just not meditating. There's some other people. Yeah, Stabio and Quad Glacier. There's a couple other people. I bought some new earrings off of Sumetal. Sumetal had some earrings, and I bought some off of her, or him, or whoever, and they said that they watched my videos. I got a teleport from somebody. Also said they watched my videos. You never know. Sometimes they show up in the comments and say, "Hey, I was that guy," and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you just think, well, maybe they just see my surname and they're just saying that they've seen my videos, but I don't really get that vibe. I think they actually do. They've seen like one or something, at least one of my videos. And the best way for me to remember you and like shout you out is if you have an actual name that you came up with, like Hoobastank, for example. Like I told Hoobastank, I will not forget your name because you actually have a name that's memorable. Stabio and Quad Glacier and Hoobastank and even Sumetal, like at least it's something I can remember. If you just get a random name from the random name generator, then I'm not going to be able to remember your name. It's too hard. Maybe we'll forward here because it looks like I'm just meditating. Told him I'm using my tank, not my rogue, for my pet. Yeah, the Necro pet's at level, 54, 55, or what is it? You get like your regular tanky, but not so tanky skeleton pet at like 49 or something. Then you get like a rogue pet at like 54 or something, and then you get like a monk pet at like 56. So it's kind of weird because it's cool to have the rogue pet that backstabs while you're fear kiting. It's cool to see the monk pet do the karate kick and it's your highest level one. But it's also cool to have a tank, but it's your lowest level one. It's kind of a weird period of time for a necro. Like my tank, my air quote tank pet is the lowest level. It's like it ends up being like a level 40 once you summon it. And then like your rogue pet is a higher level, but can't take as many hits, so it dies too quickly if you're not fear kiting. So you only really want to use it when you're fear kiting or it's not taking damage. And then you get your monk pet, which is also not a tank and not a rogue. So when are you supposed to use that? Like it's not tanky enough to really. I don't know. I'd probably use my monk pet right now, I guess, but can't wait to get that specter pet. That'd be my final pet, I think. And then I think there's also like ways you can enhance your pet with like I forget what it's called, but you get some sort of like book or something as a necro and you can like enhance your pet or something. I think that's in the game, isn't it? I know mages can do it. But resummoning a pet because I had lost my pet from doing Invis versus Undead while I was trying to get out of the hole that I fell in. So we're just summoning a pet here. I'm going to forward it a little bit. All right, we got to a fight. Let's go back and see how the fight happens. All right, we got our pet. And something's just attacking us out of nowhere. So something around the corner must have saw my pet or Orant or something there. So now we got both of our pets on them. We got a Core Ghoul Wizard and a Zol Ghoul Knight. Zols are pretty intimidating up higher in the dungeon, but probably not down here. Boom. That one's dead. My health is pretty low, though. That was like after a deflux. Time to take out the Zol. Yeah, I definitely want to do this again. I want to maybe get Frenzy or something. I want to try the King, too. Like, that'd be fun. And if not, we'll do Arch Magus again. Like, screw it. or even Assassin Supplier. Even though we probably wouldn't get that much experience from it, we could maybe add in like Ritualist and Cavalier and Executioner and make it this one big camp if we, maybe, I don't know, maybe. Savant, maybe, something like that. So we have chances at like the robe and the axe and the runed cowl or whatever. Yeah, thick banded belt, of course, you know, that 2K plat, pretty nice if you can get it. I told him that fast tap a lifesaver, and I still use that thing. That thing's nice. You can't like if you're up against like a really hard opponent that's like quadding you for 100, it's not gonna save your butt if you can't just like spam cast it and expect to survive. But you know, if something only has like 10% health left or 20% health, and you want to maybe tank for a minute, you can do it. Or if you're just, you know, a group of blues and greens attacks you, like it's been happening down here, and I can throw a couple defluxes in a row while, you know, the pets are gaining aggro and his pet's rooting, and then I can back off and root one and then deflux a little, you know. It's definitely helps a lot, that deflux. I'd recommend it to anybody for your life tap. There's definitely like I said in the other video, like I think bigger taps, and there's also like more mana efficient taps, but it's the fastest. So it, you know, bang, you got it. Boom, boom, boom. You could do like 3 or 4 of them in a row. With as beastly as my 51 Earth Pet is, I'm excited to see how my 52 Fire Pet handles itself. Yeah. And this was pre-nerf, by the way, so the stuff he's saying, he doesn't know that the nerf is coming. Just meditating. Looking down the ladder. Oh, this is the Arch Magus, so I'm going to show you how to get to that. Man, I keep like going ahead when I shouldn't. I'm trying to like not make this too much of just sitting around, but here we go. Arch Magus. So this is to the right. Once you pass the Foss floor, if you go to the right before the steps, this takes you to the Arch Magus right here. Like I said, if you go the other way, I think it's the hand, but I'm not 100% on that. And if you go up the stairs, I think it's Frenzy and King. But we have a ladder going down here. This ladder will be our death. Spoiler alert. Watch what happens here. It's pretty crazy. I just didn't... At the time, I don't know what I was thinking. You'll see. But, I definitely make the wrong decision already. Like, it's already a bad move to, like, have him sitting on the other side of that hole. Got lucky right there, peeking at that wizard. Got a nice target on it. I could probably rest it right now. I need to test that out, if I can rest without having it in sight. I'm pretty sure you can. See, nice rest the dead. Not sure what's in this room, and here we go. Got a Jinn Ghoul Wizard, so I'm crapping my pants. Nice jump, right? Nice jump by me. So that wasn't the problem. What's the problem going to be? Telling my pet to calm down. I don't really want it going over there and falling down the hole and getting us into trouble. That's not what happens either. You'll see. I made a nice jump. Wasn't me falling. I told my pet to back off. Wasn't my pet falling. Guess who fell? The freaking frog fell. So now it's running around everywhere, gathering up all its buddies. And I don't know what, it's just now dawning on me. I'm like, okay, well, what if I feign death? So I feign death. And they still attack me for some reason. So my feign death must have failed. And I was like at 20% before I even knew it. And now I'm dead. My pet dies, of course, as soon as I die. So now Orant's probably dead too, because I can't even count how many frogs is there. At least 3 or 4, and there's some wizards. A core ghoul wizard and a Jinn Ghoul wizard. They probably chewed through his pet like butter. Or they just went straight for him. But now I'm dead. And here we are at the outside of Guck. But hey, you get to see... I almost want to stop it here, just because I could show you how to get from here to Lower Guck. That might make a good video. Like on its own. Like how to get to Lower Guck by Cool. Like that could make its own video. I might do that. Maybe we'll stop the video right here. But yeah, Orant does die, unfortunately. He's bound in like Southern Row. And I end up, I don't know, I'll show you guys. in the next video. But I think I'm going to stop it here. I do get stuck in the wall too. Look, I bound too close to the wall. Don't do that. I tucked myself as far into the corner as I could, and then I cast bind on myself. So then when I die and come back, I'm stuck in the wall. So I had to do / rewind. But yeah, I might just stop it there because I want to show you how to get. I want to make a standalone video of how to get to lower Guck, because we had trouble for the first time when I was exploring upper Guck, I couldn't figure out how to get the lower Guck, and I was in upper Guck for quite a while doing Savant, and we were trying to get the Ancient Croc, and we did the Ghoul Lord, or the whatever it's called, with the sword. We went all over that place, and it took me a while to figure out how to get to lower Guck. But I got a foolproof way to get there now, and I'm probably going to show it in that next video. So I might just stop it here, and then I'll know, hey, 30-minute mark, pretty good place to stop and everything. But yeah, and then we ended up going to lower Guck and doing Assassin Supplier, and then finally it clicked in after, you know, dying there a few times. That's pretty much what it takes for you to figure it out on your own, like how to go from upper Guck to lower Guck easily. It takes you dying a few times and having to make like 3, 4, 5 corpse runs to lower Guck, and eventually you figure it out because you're just doing it. You're like trying to get back there as fast as you can, so you make it a point to figure it out, like how to get down there quickly so you can get going again instead of being dead. Like, you got to go get your corpse, so you're going to figure it out. You're going to make sure you know how to go from upper Guck to lower Guck. But I think I'm going to make that its own video, so yeah. Sorry, I guess we should have all jumped that gap. Yeah, that was the mistake I made there. Yeah, if I can, you know, Monday morning quarterback that one. I didn't know that was the Arch Magus room right there. I didn't know how many frogs were in there. I did good resting the dead on the one of them, but then I just peeked around the corner, and there was 2 more, I think, in there, and they were both wizards, and that kind of made me scared. I run back. I was worried that I was going to not make the jump. I make the jump. Then I was worried about my pet. I stop my pet. The frog stays on the other side and is casting, but then he falls in the hole, and that just causes this whole big scene. I feign death, it doesn't work, and then we all die. So what we should have done is I should have had Orant come onto the other side of the hole also, and bring all the pets over there too, and then started pulling. But I didn't know that that was the room and that was the camp. But yeah, we made it to the camp. Next time we just got to get our corpses back, and then we'll get started on killing the placeholder and going after the Arch Magus and the Shining Metallic Robe, which is a good robe worth at least 5k, and it's for like a epic, I think, like a something epic, a mage epic, a wizard epic, something, enchanter, somebody. But yeah, we'll do that next time. We will do the run back, the corpse run, so I can show you how to go. We'll do some pausing, maybe some pausing and stuff. But I want to stop it there before I get started. So 3309 is what we'll pick up next time. I want to show you, like, with pausing and talking and whatnot, how to get back to lower Guck quickly and easily and without fail every single time. But we'll do that in part 3. So like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell you're good about the channel, comment below, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.